We actually do know what's going to happen to us when we die. It has been studied over and over again in laboratory type form by the Hoffman Institute, thousands and thousands of cases where they hypnotized people. It's called past life regression, and there were similarities with thousands and thousands of participants. And this is what we know. And I love this so much because it helps explain our relationships with people and in love relationships. So when we die, we are reunited with our soul family. And there's about 15 people on average. Yes, we actually have a number. And those people are the people in your life that you have resonated with deeply. You know what I'm talking about. It's not the girl that has your back every Friday night that you go to clubs with. I mean, it might be that girl, but it's usually like the friendships that you have for long periods of time. And even if you have falling outs, you come back together. It's the relationships, the love relationships where you just feel like you've known them forever and you connect on a soul level. And get this part, this is the craziest part. It can actually be family members. So it can be a kid that maybe you resonate with more than other kids. And I know that that sounds bad because as a parent of 4 kids, I do not have favorites. I love all my kids equally. But mother to mother, you may have a kid that you just resonate more with. Or you may have a parental figure or a grandmother or an aunt or an uncle that you just resonate with on a deep level. That is somebody in your soul tribe. And you have this big party in the afterlife. You're reunited with your soul tribe and you all celebrate that you're back together. And then you go and you review your book of life. There could be several books, and you're basically going back and you're looking at events in your life that shaped you, and then you're learning from those events, and then you're ready to go incarnate into another life, and you determine where you're going to go. You determine what family you're going to be a part of. And in many cases, in almost all cases, you and your soul tribe decide to reincarnate together. And so somebody that was once your child in one life could be your grandmother in the next. And this explains so much about the deep familial relationships that I have felt since I've awakened and since I've honestly been microdosing. It has opened my mind so much more to these past lives, and I've been able to see my past lives in dreams and have visions of them. And I honestly think that I at some point have mothered my parents, or that my parents, or like my grandparents, my grandma specifically, has been a sister or has been a best friend. I can see her in other roles besides just my grandmother, and that's because she probably was in another life. What's so trippy about all of this past life regression is it explains so much about soulmate relationships. People want to scoff about soulmate relationships. It's not the same as twin flames, okay? A soulmate is somebody that is in your soul tribe. And you may not meet your soulmate in this life as a love interest. It may not be the lesson that you need to learn in this incarnation. You may need to learn friendships. You may need to learn struggle. You may need to learn independence. But in some lives, you can actually learn love. You can learn soulmate level love. And I met my soulmate, and when I met him, I felt like I had known him forever, and I felt like we had had past lives together. I feel so fortunate that I met him now in my middle age, because it was after a very long relationship that I just forced and forced and forced, and it didn't work because he wasn't my person. And it's okay that it doesn't work with somebody that you've tried so hard for it to work with, because perhaps they're just not your person and you're ready to meet your soulmate in this incarnation. And knowing him now and feeling so familiar with him in such a short period of time, it's because he's in my soul family, and we have finally reincarnated together and we're able to meet and be in love. But I have no doubt that we've had past lives together where we have been married, where we've raised kids together. I feel it, he feels it. So it's just so crazy to think about past life regression, your soul family, and how you just keep repeating this life experience over and over again until you learn everything you need to learn. And your soul family are here for it, and they show up in all different characters in these different incarnations.